Mewling. How to even start this off? I've never told anyone about this, not outside of therapy I guess. They suggested that I write down my story, to the best of my ability. To remember. And then by writing it out, I can process it better. I've been numb to it for so long. I've written a fair amount but not this, nothing about this. So, here goes nothing. I was maybe 16 when it happened. Late 2000s, just before the fall of 2010. I was helping my uncle with moving stuff in his garage and I headed back home. It's not far from town so I walked. I had decided to take a different way than on my normal route, taking my time. Listening to the cicadas shriek their sonnets for early summer and the birds sung theirs above the noise. Going through the park and coming through a different way to my house, figuring it would be a good shortcut. I lived on the other side of town, as where my uncle lived near the park. The town I live in is a small one, nothing special. Maybe around 800 people as of the last census back then, probably even less now. It's one of those towns in Iowa you kinda just pass on through, not caring about what goes on here anyway. Maybe stop for gas and food, then be on your merry way. There's a high school, a small museum, a library, a main street with sparse businesses, the usual. It used to be a town on the up and up but sometime in the early 70s it began to decline. Maybe even earlier. Depends on who you ask I guess. The main businesses and working buildings were closer to the main road, as where the other side of town are buildings with boarded-up windows and peeling paint, some with no trespassing signs nailed to the old shop doors. An old candy shop and soda jerk was near the park but now they're nothing but husks of their former selves. Kids probably having their sundaes and root beer floats after a hot day on the jungle gyms way back when. I passed by these old, decaying places, forming half memories that weren't mine but in a different time. I turned to go through a small alley, the old brickwork covered in etchings from kids both past and present. Mostly sayings like, Nick was here, and, Cody likes it up the ass, among other ones. Some spray paintings of crooked and jumbled symbols almost like malformed swastikas, probably made by edgy teens who kept fucking up, creating a weird alphabet of C's, G's, E's and F's with extra limbs. Got nothing else better to do I guess. I passed by this one building I hadn't really seen before. The birds were still chirping away. I remember that. 'Cause that's when I heard it. A mewling like a cat. High and in distress. Coming from inside this old, decrepit storage building. An old repair shop, the garage doors firmly shut but some of the windows were broken. Not boarded up like the others. Probably recent. The mewling came once, then again, shaky, almost broken. It sounded like it was in pain. That kind of drawn-out cry animals make when they're scared or hurt. I started toward it,